Welcome to the Transitions Daily podcast. Transitions Daily is an online recovery group that offers a daily distribution of popular recovery resources accompanied by a secret Facebook group for discussion. We hope you enjoy today's readings.
This is Transitions Daily for May 15th, read by Scott B. from Detroit, Michigan. AA Thoughts for the Day. Conflict. My conflicts went right on mounting because I simply loaded with excuses and refusals. When these troubles had finally exhausted me enough, there was yet another escape. I would commence to wallow in the bog of guilt. Here pride and rebellion would give way to depression. My main theme was always, how god-awful I am. There was never a decent regret for the harms I had done, nor was there any serious thought of making such restitution as I could. The idea of asking God's forgiveness, let alone any forgiveness of myself, never occurred to me. My really big liability, spiritual pride and arrogance, was not examined at all. I had shut out the light by which I might have seen it. Bill W., Language of the Heart, page 257, 258. Thought to consider. Simply asking for help seems to be a help in itself. Acronyms. HOW. Honesty, open-mindedness, willingness. That's how we do it. Just for today. Disease, from the 3 legacies of Alcoholics Anonymous. We know, of course, that the alcoholic is a sick person. That is a very simple phrase. It is today a phrase that is widely and generally accepted. And yet you and I know that it was not long ago that the alcoholic was regarded as a nuisance, a pest, a person who could snap out of it if he really wanted to. He was regarded as a spoiled brat, a no-good. Today we know that he is an individual who is sick, and we know that he is sick in an area of which our understanding is perhaps the least of any area in medicine, namely illness of the emotions. Dr. W. W. Bauer, 1955, Alcoholics Anonymous Comes of Age, page 239. Daily Reflections. No God, no peace. It is plain that a life which includes deep resentments leads only to futility and unhappiness. But with the alcoholic, whose hope is in the maintenance and growth of a spiritual experience, this business of resentment is infinitely grave. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 66. No God, no peace. No God, no peace. As Bill sees it. AA's School of Life. Within AA, I suppose, we shall always quarrel a good bit. Mostly, I think, about how to do the greatest good for the greatest number of drunks. We shall have our childish spats and snits over small questions of money management and who is going to run our groups for the next 6 months. Any bunch of growing children, and that is what we are, would hardly be in character if they did less. These are the growing pains of infancy, and we actually thrive on them. Surmounting such problems in AA's rather rugged school of life is a healthy exercise. AA Comes of Age, page 233. Big Book Quote. Much to our relief, we discovered we did not need to consider another's conception of God. Our own conception, however inadequate, was sufficient to make an approach and to effect a contact with Him. As soon as we admitted the possible existence of a creative intelligence, a spirit of the universe underlying the totality of things, we began to be possessed of a new sense of power and direction, provided we took other simple steps. Alcoholics Anonymous, We Agnostics, page 46. 24 hours a day. AA Thought for the Day. In AA, we find a new strength and peace from the realization that there must be a power greater than ourselves that is running the universe, and that is on our side when we live a good life. So the AA program really never ends. You begin by overcoming drink, and you go on from there to many new opportunities for happiness and usefulness. Am I really enjoying the full benefits of AA? Meditation for the day. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. We should not seek material things first, but seek spiritual things first, and material things will come to us as we honestly work for them. Many people seek material things first, and they think that they can grow into knowledge of spiritual things. You cannot serve God and mammon at the same time. The first requests of an abundant life are the spiritual things: honesty, purity, unselfishness, and love. Until you have these qualities, quantities of material things are of little real use to you. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may put much effort into acquiring spiritual things. I pray that I may not expect good things until I am right spiritually. Hazelton Foundation, P.O. Box 176, Center City, Minnesota, 55012. My name is Scott, and I'm an alcoholic.
We hope you enjoy today's readings. You can also receive Transitions Daily via email and discuss today's readings in our secret Facebook group. So for more information, go to dailyaaemails.com today.
Other than the 24 hours a day reading, unless otherwise specified, all quotes copyright Alcoholics Anonymous World Services, Inc., 1952, 1957, 1967, 1973, 1975, 1976, 1980, 1981, 1984, 1985, 1988, 1990, or 2001.